It happened to me. I learned what integrity was the day nobody was watching, and I still messed it up. I was 24, broke in that very specific way where you technically have money, but your bank app feels like it's judging you. Rent was due, my phone screen was cracked like a spider web, and my car made a noise that sounded expensive. You know the sound. The "don't turn the radio off or you'll hear it" sound. That morning, I stopped at my usual coffee spot before work. Same place, same barista, same overpriced oat milk latte I kept pretending was a small daily joy and not a bad financial decision. The cafe was half asleep, a couple laptops open, one guy studying like his life depended on it. Soft music, the smell of coffee doing most of the emotional labor in the room. I ordered, paid, and stepped aside to wait. That's when I saw it. A wallet, not tucked away, not hidden, just sitting there on the counter like it was waiting to be noticed. Thick leather, beat up, the kind that's been sat on for years. No fancy brand, just real. I stared at it for a second too long. You ever have that moment where your brain goes quiet, like the loading wheel pops up? That was me, because my first thought wasn't heroic, it wasn't noble. It was, dang, that thing looks full. I picked it up. I know. Already sounds bad. But listen. I didn't open it. Not right away. I just held it. It had weight. Not just physical weight. Moral weight. Like it knew it was about to cause problems. I looked around. Nobody noticed. The barista was steaming milk. The study guy was locked in. No one said, "Hey, that's mine." Nothing. So, yeah. I opened it. Inside was a driver's license, a few credit cards, and more cash than I'd seen in my wallet in months. Not rich people money, but enough to matter. Enough to fix a couple problems. And right then, my brain started doing gymnastics. Maybe they're rich. Maybe they won't miss it. Maybe I could just take a little. I found it. That's kind of like fate, right? I hate how convincing I sounded to myself. I stood there holding this stranger's life in my hands, telling myself stories to feel better. Meanwhile, my drink was called. I grabbed it, wallet still in my hoodie pocket like it belonged there. I walked out. As soon as the door closed behind me, the guilt hit. Not dramatic guilt. Quiet guilt. The kind that just sits there and won't shut up. I didn't feel like a criminal. I felt smaller. Like I'd shrunk a little without noticing. I got to my car, sat down, and just stared at the steering wheel. My coffee was cooling. My phone buzzed with a low balance alert, because of course it did. Perfect timing. I pulled the wallet back out and opened it again. Looked at the ID. His name was Mark, mid-30s, normal guy face. No villain energy. Just a dude who probably had a bad morning. I imagined him patting his pockets, going back to the cafe, asking the barista. That slow panic rising when you realize your whole life fits in something you just lost. And still, I didn't move. That's the part nobody likes to talk about. Integrity isn't about big dramatic choices. It's about these tiny pauses where you could do the right thing, and you just don't yet. I drove to work. Yeah. I took the wallet with me. Every red light felt like a judgment. Every turn felt wrong. I kept telling myself I'd return it after my shift. I just needed time to think. Which is a lie people tell themselves when they already know the answer. At work, I couldn't focus. The wallet sat in my backpack like a brick. I kept thinking everyone could see it. Like my coworkers could smell dishonesty on me. At lunch, I finally broke. I opened the wallet again and found a folded receipt with a phone number scribbled on it. I stared at it like it might bite me. I texted the number. "Hey, this might be weird, but I think I found your wallet." The reply came fast. "Oh my God. Where?" No anger, no accusations, just relief. That made it worse somehow. We agreed to meet back at the cafe after my shift. The rest of the day crawled. I rehearsed explanations I didn't need, practiced being casual, tried to ignore the fact that I almost didn't do the right thing at all. When I got back to the cafe, Mark was already there, standing, nervous, checking his phone every 2 seconds. I walked up and handed him the wallet. He opened it, checked everything, then looked up at me and smiled like I'd just saved his life. "Thank you," he said. "Seriously, you have no idea." He tried to give me money. I said no, not because I was noble, but because it felt wrong to profit off a problem I almost caused. He shook my hand and left, and that was it. No applause, no cinematic music, no character arc moment. Just me standing there with a cold coffee, feeling exposed. Because here's the thing, the moment that stuck with me wasn't when I gave the wallet back. It was everything before that. The hesitation, the excuses, the way I almost became someone I didn't want to be. That day messed with me more than I expected. I realized integrity isn't about the image you put online. It's not about posting quotes or sharing the right takes. It's about who you are in the quiet moments, when there's no audience and no reward. I still think about how close I came to walking away, how easy it would have been, how nobody would have known, except me. That's the part that matters, because you can lie to a lot of people, but lying to yourself, that sticks. Since then, I've noticed those moments more, the small choices, returning the extra change, owning up when I mess up, saying the hard thing instead of the easy thing. I'm not perfect, not even close, but I'm more aware now, and awareness changes things. So yeah, that's my integrity origin story. Not heroic, not clean, just real. If this hit you at all, sit with it. Pay attention to the small moments. That's where your real character lives. And if this resonated, like and subscribe, not for the algorithm, but for your own alignment.